So, guys, we're going to be talking about Russell Westbrook. Okay, this is why I'm here today, because This is like probably one of the best days of my life right now, because we actually have a segment dedicated to Russ and how he's been playing for the past 3 weeks or so, and finally, Malone, the coach of the Nuggets, has listened to my plea to start Russ as their point guard, and how has it worked?
It's working wonders, baby.
Exactly. The Nuggets are 13-4. Westbrook is averaging like 17, 7, and 8 as a starter, right? Yeah.
Good.
So like everything is working so perfectly. The chemistry between Jokic and Russ is insane. And it's just beautiful. It's just music to my ears and just movies to my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So,
this is in some insane glaze right now.
bro, look, listen. I can't even lie. I'm probably the biggest glazer of Russ, but
Really?
it's due.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
it's you know what I'm saying.
It's been years in the making now.
It's yeah.
He hasn't played this good in a long time.
Everyone's been saying he's washed. He's done. He should retire. Even I fell to that lie. That was a lie. I fell to that lie like a couple months ago, where I'm like,
call it a lie. I think he
No,
was
it's a lie, bro.
He was washed. He's not anymore.
No. He was never washed. The thing is, all the teams he played for before, like the Clippers, the Lakers, they made it look like he was washed. The situations and the scenarios he was in was abysmal for him.
Fair.
And so now he's in a position where he can actually be himself. He has that freedom that he once had when he was in OKC, Washington. And so now he can actually play like Russell Westbrook. And now I'm seeing this guy can still hoop. And I'm happy everyone else is seeing that as well. So
He might be the second best player on the Nuggets.
no, literally. I think he is.
He might just be.
I think he is.
And you know why? You know I'm a big believer in basketball karma, right?
Yeah.
So Russ, obviously, you're in the situations you're in. It's not working out. What does he do? He becomes the ultimate team player. He offers to come off the bench.
Yeah.
He still works hard every day, puts in 110% effort every single night. Takes the biggest pay cut out of any MVP I would ever imagine in any sport.
Yeah.
In multiple situations, the basketball gods have rewarded him with this. That is good karma. Good basketball karma. This is why the Jazz won't get Cooper Flag for what they did last night. This is why. But Russ has gotten himself some beautiful basketball karma. Do you want to hear some advanced Westbrook stats?
Love this.
In his last 4 games specifically, he's averaging 23 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, a steal and a block each, so 2 stocks on 49% from the field as a point guard.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
In his last 15 games, he's averaging 15.5 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 stocks on 55% from the field.
Wow.
And in those last 15 games, he has an 11.5 net rating, which is the second highest on the team.
Wow.
Just behind Jokic, obviously, because he's a god. But yeah, I mean, he's had 2 triple-doubles in the past, however many weeks, and both of them have been in the same game as Jokic.
Yeah.
That's
they made history
insane.
together.
Exactly. And
Another stat that Russ has is that he has the first ever perfect triple-double with no turnovers, perfect shooting percentage from the field as a point guard. So that's pretty impressive.
I believe he also has the most teammates he recorded a triple-double in the same game as.
Yeah.
Jokic has now done it with 2 players, one in the regular season and one in the NBA Finals.
Right.
That's still crazy to
That
me
is
how they
crazy.
both did that.
That is great.
That's one of the greatest performances I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And look, the Jokic-Westbrook chemistry is insanely sane. Might be better now than the Murray-Jokic 2-man game.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. And I have a stat for you that I got from my friend Liv. Liv Mood, shout out you. On Sunday against the Mavs, the Mavericks shot 0% from the field when being guarded by Russell freaking Westbrook. And I told her at the start of the season, because she had a clip go viral where she doubled down talking about how great Russ was going to be on the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Didn't start off too great.
Yeah.
A Lakers fan photoshopped Russ's face onto hers, and the thing went viral. And she got a bunch of hate mail for it and everything like that. She is talking her shit. And I make sure she does because
Talk that talk, sis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So shout out Russell Westbrook. And you got to rock the baby for Russ.
Anthony, what do you have to say about Russ?
Oh, I finally get my chance to talk. Listen, looking at these numbers, I'm getting nostalgia from 2015 and the OKC days. It's great to see a box score of Russ getting 20-plus points, double-digit rebounds, and assists. And seeing wins next to them instead of losses,
buddy.
which is amazing.
They actually said it in the press conference the other day. when Jokic and Russ get a triple-double, Russ wins 74% of the games, Jokic wins 79.
Yeah.
So
they're both high winning
Exactly. They're impactful players.
Listen, he was the scapegoat for both Los Angeles teams, but you can't scapegoat him anymore for this Denver team.
No.
And instead of the scapegoat, he is the GOAT, not the scape. You take the scape out of it.
Thank you very much.
He's the GOAT
Give him his
for this
credit.
team. And, you know,
He's the GOAT in some
maybe,
ways.
maybe you need someone like this to humble Jamal Murray and look at how Russ is playing and learn from him. And Jamal can make his game better come playoff time, even regular season time. And look at how a point guard almost double his age. Maybe not.
No.
Still think
But
that was bad math.
maybe not.
Really bad
But it could be his older brother, not father.
I guess.
Is
yeah.
still doing it at a remarkable age and remarkable physique. And Jamal Murray is having trouble running up and down the court, huffing and puffing.
Yeah.
Sometimes take some notes from the vet.
Yeah.
The vet is the vet for a reason and the MVP for a reason. And maybe you need some humbling
I have a question for you though.
in Denver.
How do you think Jamal Murray is taking this? And like Westbrook's getting more minutes, he's starting now. Murray's getting less touches because of that. So how do you think Murray's
I
taking
would
it?
hope as a team player, it's team first. So if the team is successful,
No, but him, how is he taking it?
I'm sure it's a 50-50 type of thing.
I mean, he's not taking
I'm
his minutes.
sure he loves the success of Russ because of how iconic he is and the fact that his story for the past several seasons have been negative. And now you come to Denver and you see positive. So you see positivity in the locker room and from someone that deserves positivity for being one of the best to play instead of being scapegoated on two LA teams that have been
Right.
purely trash for the past 5 years, besides one pandemic championship from the Lakers. And I think Jamal should just learn from Russ. He's playing his best basketball right now, and that's the time you want to learn from an icon like him is when he's playing his what's going right for Russ for this current moment in time. Why wasn't it working in LA? Why is Denver making it work for you?
These are great
So
questions.
you pick his mind. Jamal can, because he knows Russ isn't going to be around long.
Yeah.
Like Jamal is there for Russ is going to be there probably for like 2 more seasons, 3 maybe and retire.
Not
But
even.
Jamal is going to be there for maybe the next 5 years plus, depending on what happens.
Yeah.
So you got to take the reins and try to replicate these numbers. Maybe
Good.
incorporate more rebounds and assists like Russ does in the game. Be an all-around ball player instead of just scoring points.
That's a good point.
For Jamal.
How many years does he have left on that contract?
Well, he
that
just
signed?
signed
so
the
he's-
So
extension.
it's how long? Is
It's either 4 or 5
he has
years.
plenty of time.
You know.
So that does make
Exactly.
sense. You put it into perspective. That's good.
This is we've seen a lot of retirements this past year of guys that could still play. This is one player we know for sure does not belong in that tier of players to retire because of the CBA
Right.
and because he has to retire for not getting contract.
Right.
Russ is proving that he's not in that tier.
It's also he had to make the tough decision to take the $3 million contract. Otherwise, he probably would have retired.
Yeah.
Because, these guys have egos.
So Russ bet on himself.
He did.
Basically.
And he's been doing that.
Yeah.
He's just waiting for the opportunity. And, playing in Denver, playing under Coach Malone, playing with Nikola Jokic allows him to just be himself.
Yeah.
Because in LA, you're playing around LeBron. You're playing around Anthony Davis. In the other LA, you're playing around Kawhi. You're playing around Pandemic P. In Washington, you're playing around Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
In Houston, you're playing around Harden. So it was a little bit tricky where him and KD naturally just fed off each other. And when KD left, Russ literally just was the guy. And that was his peak as an NBA
Right.
player. And he won't get back to those levels.
No way.
But in Denver, this is probably the second best era of Russell Westbrook.
This is his second prime.
Exactly. This is like the mini prime, I
Mini
would say,
prime.
right at the end of his career.
Yeah.
Where he'll kind of go out with a bang.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think just all across the board, you're seeing Nikola Jokic undo all the damage LeBron James has caused.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's impressive.
You know what?
as fuck.
This makes me like Nikola Jokic so much more now.
and
I really-
Embiid can't do that, bro.
I
No, he
think
can't.
that is the de facto reason as to why Russ is being so successful this season.
And it's because of
I think
of
it's because
Jokic.
it's
I do think it's heavily Jokic
I
because
think heavily
when Russ,
Jokic.
when Russ runs the second unit, it's better than without Russ,
Right.
but the Nuggets are awful without Jokic on the floor.
Yeah.
So it's having Jokic on the floor is huge. for
Jokic
Westbrook.
definitely helps, but I also think it's the coaching style of Malone too. Like he's gonna hold his stars accountable, and
Yeah.
Russ needs that. You know, he needs a good coach. He needs a strong coach in there that's going to tell him what to do, you know, stuff like that. But he also needs a freedom on the court at the same time, and Malone is the perfect balance of those two things for Russ.